Implementation overview. How we set up the evaluation. The first thing we ask you to do is identify two similar ability Year 3 classes. We then use the What Word Teachers platform to randomly allocate one to the intervention class and one to the control. We then complete the pre-assessment spelling test with both groups. Then over the next 6 weeks, the intervention group will use the spelling strategy and the control class will continue with business as usual. And then both groups will complete the post-assessment task, which is the same as the pre at the end of the 6 weeks. If the intervention proves that it's positive when you download the impact report, you can then open this up to your control class. Planning. Step 1. Identify two similar ability classes to participate in the evaluation from the same year group. Step 2. Identify 50 challenging words from the National Curriculum Guidance. These will be introduced by at least 10 new spellings a week over 5 weeks, with the 6th week being a consolidation. Then you'll select 20 of these words to use as your pre- and post-assessment task. Please note that the number of words depends on your school's expectations for the number of words taught per week. The minimum is 10, but this can be more, and this will create a list of at least 50 words for the 5 weeks, with the final one being a consolidation. Whilst we advise that you use the DFE spellings, you can use different spellings if these are from your school's existing schemes of work and you follow the same process, e.g. a minimum of 50 words are selected, with 20 of these being used for the pre- and post-assessment. Step 3. Using the trial wizard on the What Word Teachers platform, randomly assign classes to the intervention and control group. So moving on to the implementation stage. Step 4. Complete the pre-assessment spelling test with both the intervention and control groups. Record the marks in the Excel tracker located in the resource folder and input these into the pre-test on the trial wizard. As you're using class data, we advise that a second teacher reads out the scores while you input these. It will save time. Step 5. For the intervention class, deliver the targeted intervention. This variation of the Look, Say, Cover, Write, Check incrementally introduces words in short sessions throughout the week. The control group will continue with business as usual for the duration of the trial. Step 6. Complete the post-assessment spelling test, the same spelling as the pre, to both the intervention and the control groups. Record the marks in the Excel tracker located in the resource folder and then input this into the post-test on the trial wizard. Once you've done that, you complete the quick process evaluation survey, click Analyze, and then the system will generate an impact report for your school. So the intervention focuses on Year 3 pupils. It's delivered by a teacher and it can be set as homework. And this variation of the Look, Say, Cover, Write, Check incrementally introduces words in short sessions throughout the week. So each session can take approximately 5 to 10 minutes, and you can do this daily if you wanted to. So the intervention is the Look, Say, Cover, Write, Check spelling method, where children study a word, say the word aloud clearly, pay attention to the spelling, cover it up with a piece of paper or their hand, write the spelling next to the original word, check their version to see if they got it right, write the correct spelling again if necessary. This version of the strategy emphasizes reading and saying the word aloud to help connect the written and spoken word. So how to select the spellings. The DFE Primary National Curriculum includes guidance on expected spellings for Year 3. Please use this to create a list of at least 50 words that you will select for the intervention. If you already have your spellings decided for your scheme and these align with the DFE, this is fine. Each week, the learners will practice a minimum of 10 new words using the Look, Say, Cover, Write, Check spelling strategy. In the resource folder, you'll find the template, the Word document. You'll also find a one-page guidance for creating your assessment, as well as FAQs. In the resource folder, we include a tracking spreadsheet, which allows you to link an anonymized learner ID on the platform to a learner in your classes. Then moving on to key considerations. Logistical issues need to be considered before using a targeted spelling strategy as an intervention, such as is there a suitable time in the day for the delivery, reminders if it's set for homework, resources, if you're using templates, can these be printed in advance, and rewards, will you link this to any rewards? So logistical barriers are common in any intervention delivered in schools, so it's important to consider these prior to starting. And finally, moving on to the assessment, the outcome measure is defined by the pre and post assessment spelling test. The assessment is marked out of 20, as the same for both the pre and the post assessment. As both the control and intervention groups receive the same assessment, familiarity with this should not bias the effect size. And finally, complete the assessment under test conditions, allow approximately 10 to 15 minutes, provide an example of the word in a sentence for each spelling, and then record your pre and post assessment scores on your tracking spreadsheet and then on the What Word Teachers platform. So that's the end of your guidance. If you now move on to downloading your research protocol, your resource folder, and then you can start your trial at Wizard.